Good morning, Philippines. Today is Tuesday, March 17th. And let me see here. In fact, the market's been going nuts. Let me see if I can just get this. It's about to open now. I'm just trying to get my chart here. Before I start, here is the usual disclaimer. Any statements made in this live webinar should not be taken as an order to enter trades, nor should it be considered as trading advice. This live webinar is strictly for educational purposes only to illustrate how we trade DTA's Congressive System. Any past performance of DTA's Congressive System is not indicative of future results. I must also emphasize that I am neither a licensed nor professional trading advisor. I am just a retail trader, just like everyone else. And once again, this live webinar is strictly for educational purposes only. So with that said, this whole week already started as very volatile. The reason I'm going to show the micro E-minis is because the thing is now they no longer have what we call the intraday margins. We are now, the CME has initially, they took it out and just said, well, since the high volatility we're going to be the margin we're going to be using is the initial margin. So the initial margin is basically the margin used to do overnight trades, right? There's no more intraday. So for let's say for a regular E-mini one contract, the margin required would be $9,000 some dollars. I think 9,100. And for the micros would be 918 or something like that, something in that amount. So that's the reason why I chose to do the micro E-minis. And plus, I'm doing a Top Step Trader test to get funded for 10,000. I'm just documenting this so there's a lot of people have been set up, well, basically can't afford the 400. So here's another way of trying to get to trade a live fund, okay, with a $10,000 account. So here the market is opening, and right now, I can see right now it's flat. The spread, yes, the band spread is really big. I think at one point it was like 100 some points. If I look at this, that's why I'm only trading one contract, but I'm making pretty good on one contract. Look at 157 points. That's the size of the band. That's the size of the volatility. Okay. So let me see how we're going to do this. Usually, right now I'm using the 610 chart on a micro E-mini just because of the volatility. What I look at it when I trade is basically it's all about price action. So now if I look at the economic reports that's coming, that's about, I think it's already been released. Let's see if I do a rewind. Yep, 325, that already done. It was 325 in the morning here in the Philippines. President Trump speaks. 8:30 core retail sales was released. Of course, it's down, as well as retail sales because of the coronavirus. And that's it. And you can see there's your thing. I think this was around 8:30. Yeah, this is before the report. I think here's the report. Nope. Really, those two reports didn't do anything. So you can see right now we're more of a flat as we can see here. Here's your, and I'm trying to figure. In fact, here, let me do this. I'm going to do this this is my flat, my naked chart. So my naked chart, I already I plotted my thing here. My Fibonacci is basically down, and we tried to do a correction. I see this almost like a double top, I should say double bottom down here. So I'm going to test this. It already hit the retrace, so now here's a possible trade that I'm looking at. We're going to the downside, probably go down all the way down here. Now, if it does that, we might get into what we call it might trigger a whatchamacallit, stop trade, stop gap, stop loss, trigger. Let me see. So we might have to I have to find out where our circuit trade is, where it basically stops. I gotta find that out. So right now, it looks like I'm gonna see if I can continue with this, but again, here is the two lows down here. I think this was, might see, overnight, hardly any movement during the overnight. Because you know why? Because they closed it down. It was credit up, a limit up, I should say, limit up. They basically see this, that's where they stopped. And again, they started it up again over the overnight. This is during the after the closing, and they basically what they did there, they had a limit. So it reached 5%. So now this is 7%. So if we started off here at 25, 10, 50. Wait, let me see if I can enter a trade here. So we're gonna look at 7% on the down and up. So we'll see. So let me calculate that. What is this up here? I think that's, yeah, that's what they had. Circuit breaker 2509. What is the high there? Sometimes, and now I need my data box. There we are. So let me see, what is the high on that bar here? I'm approaching a trade here. So the high there was 508.50. Let me see here one. That's why you need to have, looking at this, another $100 a day. Here we are, net on one contract, right? 140. So now my balance is around 10,630. It's about mental, right? But I already know. I'm looking at this one. That's why I like the NT7. It's basically on this Bollinger Band. See this on the MACD? It hasn't really broken down to here where it crossed over to the lower Bollinger Band. That's why I had confidence in staying with this. Now, like I said, it probably reach over here because we have a point of control, but I just want to be more safe here. But like I said, it's going to break this. It's going to hit this point of control, and eventually might come back down. So right now, what we have here is basically there's one. That's going to be 1 and 2. So now this I would take a trade right here to go up. Most likely this is going to continue going up. Now you have strong momentum to the upside, right? Very tempting to take. Just look at this. We're going up, but I'm not going to do it. I already hit my cap. I don't want to be risking this again. Okay, so with that said, wait, questions, any comments? You roll over your contract yet? No, that's next week, next Friday. Next Friday. If you go in the next one, you'll see there's no volume there. So if it's gonna roll over next Friday, so I'll still trade it on Friday. I'll see what the volume is next Friday on both contracts, but most likely I'll start trading the new contract, which is the 620 on Monday. Okay. So with that said, that's it for we extended this because I wanted to show you how I trade the micros. Okay. So next week again. Oh, you're able to get in, Derek. Let me see what else. That's about it. Hopefully you guys learn. Now let me know if you still want me to do this next week again, the micros, or do you want me to go back to the ES? Okay, just let me know, and I will talk to you guys next week. Take care, and hey, I know we're in quarantine right now. Just don't live in fear. Okay. Focus on God. That's all about it. And so with that said, I will end it now. See you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.